I'm Russell Jackson. This is Reverence Restaurant here in Harlem. My ideology around, or my philosophy around food is to make sure that we're utilizing every aspect of our byproducts and our waste. We don't want to be wasteful. We want to try to reincorporate every element of every dish that we do so that we're getting 100% or at least close to 90% utilization. We make a elote style hot chocolate, which we utilize organic blue corn that we get here in Manhattan. And I felt really bad about the idea of throwing it out, so I wanted to do something to utilize that paste that comes out of the chocolate making, or hot chocolate making, as a byproduct. So this is the TCHO Reste Cornmeal Brioche Loaf. This is our fermented hot chocolate paste. It's our terche, our la reste. It is the cornmeal, the leftover chocolate, butter, fat, and solids that all come out when we strain our really cool hot chocolate elote. We're actually using a freshly ground emmer, which we have used also to make pasta and ciabatta bread, high quality milk, fresh pasteurized eggs. This is our local honey, a good high quality yeast, and of course, TCHO cocoa powder to give it more depth and sort of a roundness to the palate. Adding all the dry ingredients together, the honey, the cocoa, the paste, all of these things will go into the bowl first, and then we'll slowly start to add the eggs in once there's an amount of hydration. You'll see the process, and then we'll add the butter to give it the buildup of elasticity. So here we go. The methodology is actually very, very similar to making a normal brioche. We're just modifying the weights in regards to hydration, for flour content, the types of flour that we utilize, and it makes a really, really wonderful crumb. Heavy duty mixer, or like ridiculous Popeye arms. I'm just gonna allow this to start to incorporate slowly. Off crack your eggs and you add them one at a time, but don't crack them directly into the pot like I do when no one's watching. We're essentially adding one egg at a time, allowing it to incorporate in. It's still pretty liquidy, and I want it to have a little bit of a bound quality to it, so I'm gonna add another half cup to a cup of AP flour to this. Slow that down. And some of the interesting things that you'll find is as you're watching the dough start to come together, you'll see textural changes to it. You'll start to have, once you've made it a couple of times, you'll have a better understanding of what you're looking for from a textural component in the way the dough comes together. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'll increase the speed, and I will slowly start to add in the butter. So all the butter's incorporated in there. We've been running for maybe 6 minutes. I'm gonna let this go for at least another 6. But before I do that, I'm gonna scrape it down. We're just gonna shift this over now to allow it to do its rest. Large vessel, at least 2, possibly 3 times the volume size. Sprayed it down, or you can actually just take whole butter and wipe the interior. And what you want in the end is, this is a little on the sticky side. You want it to be not quite as sticky, but we're gonna run with this hydration. We'll cover this real tight with plastic, and we'll let it rise overnight. And I've gone ahead and worked a dough yesterday, and benched it out and put it in. This is a 2-pound nonstick loaf pan, and it's proofed beautifully. So now we're going to just do a butterwell score to it. We're going into the oven at 400 degrees with convection inside of our little hearth, completely enclosed with the top on, for about 15 minutes. Then I'll come back and we'll check the temp, remove the top, from the unit and pull the door off of the cloche and let that go ahead and finish baking for up to another 20 to 25 minutes. I'll pull it out, I'll let it set for maybe 3 to 5 minutes and then unform it upside down to allow the steam to escape and for it to finish. And this will be really, really wonderful for French toast, for a unique sandwich. Like this would be really wonderful with cured meats and a really spicy mustard, or even kimchi and shaved duck prosciutto. This would be an incredible sandwich. Do some interesting things. Let me know what you're gonna do. Send me pictures and let me know and see what it is that you guys are gonna do with this. I challenge you to come up with something unique.